open till it shatters through the ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and other fur animals, this is Irini, and welcome to episode 13 of Kerbal Space Chronicles. Now, it's unusual for me to be starting during a launch, but I ended up with some interesting problems with Project Boulder. Namely, my Kerbal engineer had told me that I had enough thrust to be able to get this rocket off the launch pad. However, upon pulling it to the pad, I was only managing a thrust-to-weight ratio of about 0.7, so I had to do a bunch of fuel dumping, as you can probably tell, because of the fact that there is very little fuel actually left in the stage compared to how far I actually want it to be. We're actually about to burn out the side boosters. We're going to decouple those. There we go. We've pulled that away, and we're barely managing a thrust-to-weight ratio of better than 1. So this is going to be a very long, slow burn into orbit. Slower than I was expecting. In fact, I'm actually already well behind my pitch-over maneuver. So yeah, this is Project Boulder, and you notice we're launching it due northward because we're trying to get into a polar orbit on this rocket. I'm actually going to go into 2 times regular speed. Jeezums. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. And that's because there are a few contracts that can be best completed from a polar orbit. There's a magnetic survey of Kerbal, and then there are actually 2 separate magnetic survey contracts of the moon that we can complete. So we're going to go ahead and rush out and complete those. You can tell just how badly I over-designed this rocket's fuel loadout by the fact I'm having to sit at a 30-degree pitch right now, just to keep gaining time to apoaps. So we have done things badly wrong here. I think this is kind of embarrassing that it would happen, but I had updated a few mods, and evidently they messed with some stuff, so either way, first stage is about to burn out. Go, we're going to decouple. Come on. Now we're on to the second stage, which has a lot more power. We're actually going to go ahead and drop it back toward the horizon here. Need to be careful because we are actually starting to heat up our fairing base. This rocket is actually going to burn out very quickly, and we burn through its supply of liquid hydrogen fuel in those 2 tanks very fast. But then we move on to this engine here, and that'll be our workhorse. We've decoupled, there goes the fairing. We've engaged that engine. We're going to drop to the horizon because we need to pick up a little more horizontal speed. We're going to burn out to an orbital altitude of 165 kilometers. And cut. 165,456. That's not bad. Now, really quick, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my contracts window. I need to be in an orbit of at least 0.24 eccentricity. So an eccentricity of 0.24. And an inclination of at least 14 degrees. Well, right now we're at an inclination of 84 degrees, so that's plenty. Now we're going to look for my apoaps. There it is. Add maneuver to apoaps. I love that function because I used to have to really fiddle around with it. Oops, that's a bit too. carefully adjust it down. Flips very quickly, so you've just got to sort of fine-tune. I don't want to use any more fuel than I have to. See? There it goes. Now it's starting to flip. Jeez, it jumps. Hey, look at that. It's very jumpy when you get close to where it needs to be. I'm still working on trying to sort of dogleg this thing into orbit. Need it to stay at the horizon, which the good news is that's being maintained by the smart ASS. And this will keep the hydrogen cool. By the way, we need power for it. So we're going to go ahead and fire up the solar panels. There we go. Those are going to turn into position. And we're going to end up with plenty of power for the system. I'm suddenly noticing that I may have screwed up, because I'm not actually seeing my antenna on this thing. Sure, I actually put one on, but oops. It could be bad news when we get out to the moon. But we'll have to see. Oh, I need to... 4, 3, 2, 1... Pull up my orbit info because it has my heat. So 0.24. We might not actually be able to complete all the contracts I wanted to with this rocket, because you notice we're already starting to run low on fuel. We're down to just our last stage because of how much fuel I lost in the... I think this one might just have to be for Kerbin's contract. Which sucks, because I was hoping to be able to get both done in one shot, but I guess we're going to have to fly 2 spacecraft. We're going to have to fly Project Boulder for Kerbin's contract, which we are now satisfying. And we need to transmit all of those experiments. Obviously, this spacecraft is going to need some redesigning. Go ahead and toggle the RPWS, toggle the mag, log the data, log this data too. Said log the data, please. It has a data value of 0, but we still get the contract. Right? And then we're going to go ahead and time accelerate. 6, 7 million. Oh, we actually get scientific data from the radioplasma scan. We'll go ahead and transmit that data. Now we just have to maintain proper orbit for 30 days. with careful application of time acceleration. We really have to go, don't we? I think I broke my notifications. The science alert is going to be making a lot of annoying noises. Wow! So many orbits! Oh my gosh, we're almost done. 7 more days. 1 more day. Done, 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 done. Oh my gosh. I wonder how many orbits it's going to count up to. Oh my gosh. 400 and... It's still trying to figure it out. Oh my gosh. I mean, we've been rocketing around the planet. We're on orbit 489. Okay. Well, you know what? This thing's not useful for much else, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go retrograde. And, well, hang on, I wonder. How much would it take to bring me to retrograde? Or to circular at periapse. 607. That might not leave me enough to get out to the moon. Interesting. But what if we thought about it the other way? With all nodes, circularized at apoapse instead. 6. It's worth considering. I'll try it between episodes and see what happens. If it works, you'll see me with Project Boulder in orbit of the moon. If not, well, I'll probably just slam it into the moon or burn it up at Kerbal. But either way, I will see you in the next episode. Until then, stay tuned for the all-new outro. Hey everyone, Arinia here. Thanks so much for watching this latest video out of my channel, and thanks so much to these patrons who, among others, are helping make this content possible by donating at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell us what we need to do better. If you liked it, still leave a comment. I'm always open to input. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us on the Discord community, link in the description. If you want to support the channel, and I really hope you do, please, down in the description is a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can donate to for a one-time donation, or the Patreon page, which you can head on to donate monthly and get perks. In the meantime, this is Arinia saying once again, thanks for watching, take care.